You're in the car.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how to on your stupid phone here.
Yeah.
That's not
It might take a second for it to register as we were going live. So, anyways, figured that we might as well take you guys along while we go to pick the girl up in Morton.
There we are.
And we're about an hour and a half-ish.
A little more, depending
Little
on who's driving.
Well, if I drive like my age, it'll be longer, but sometimes I get a heavy foot. So. And,
I'll let you know if
it's
I
just
can anyway.
wasn't scheduled or anything, so we decided no sense wasting an hour and a half one way. I know I always say, well, we can go live coming back, but
Remember, we have to go a different way.
yes,
Because
the girl,
there's a signal the other way.
the girl will be talking a mile a minute on the way.
Oh,
back.
Destination Fun is there.
Hey, Sherry.
Hi.
This isn't too jiggly.
Well, it falls off every once in a while, so
Well,
if we
it
go
didn't.
flying, then we'll be on the floor there.
Yeah.
Lower Michigan Adventures.
Hey, how's it
Hello.
going?
So we'll turn it around once
Yeah.
we get out to the number 2 highway.
We are. You did turn that down.
Oh, sorry. I always forget to turn the volume down. I'm sorry. It might have already been down from last night.
Yeah. Okay. No, it doesn't matter.
Hopefully it wasn't screeching.
It's very smoky today. So.
Yeah. It'll be a hazy live drive. A hazy live drive.
It's a warm, hazy, daisy day.
Maybe
There's a
Danica will
muffler.
say hello. If she's watching us.
Yeah.
Then she'll know how close we are to get picking her up.
Yeah.
Really hazy out there today.
Yeah. Some days it kind of chokes you up. Just thinking about the smoke chokes me up.
Am I on here? I'm on top messages and
So I just
very
finished
little.
work at 2.
6
come
to
home.
2. Jump in the car.
Jump in the car, turn the air conditioner, clean the windshield.
Yes, we had to do that before we left.
So we'll swing you around here.
Lower Michigan, it's cool over here, maybe 70. What did you say we are here?
81.
Broken Heart Ministries. Hi, Gail.
Yeah.
We're going for it. You need to tilt it because we're looking at the dash instead of the view. We are on our way to pick up our daughter. No, still not.
That's the way it's.
Isn't it this thing? Let's see if we can get straightened out. We might have to pull over. You're going the wrong way. You needed to go. Just a little bit. No, you don't want to do that. There, you're getting better.
We're gonna pull it right
That's
off.
as far as. Wait a minute. Does it adjust this way? Let me have a look. I think you have to. You don't really want to look at the dash the whole drive. That's the thing. What does this do? That's what that does, eh? Okay, well.
There you go, right there.
Well, I gotta tighten it though. We're still
Just
looking
don't
at it.
over tighten
I don't want it to fall off. We're still a little bit wonky.
Wonky
Wonky
donkey.
donkey here. You're kind of looking at the wipers and
it. Yeah, I don't think I can get away from that with this car.
you should have had this adjusted before we started. I better look at the messages here. Alfonso Semental, hello
Hey.
from Colorado. Oh, Linda Peterson, hi.
Okay.
Hope you all are having a blessed day. I'm new to your channel here. I may have
Amen.
found you through Gail's Southern Living and probably Broken Hearts Ministry.
Yep.
Yeah. Lower Michigan Adventures. It's overcast in Lower Michigan, but no rain. Well, if it wasn't so smoky, we'd
Yeah.
probably have sun out there somewhere.
It'd be hotter than it is. It's
Problem is, it's way down here. It should be up. I don't know how to release it though. You might need to stop and we'll fix it a little bit better.
You are persnickety.
Okay. Does anybody mind looking at the wipers and the little bit of the dash? It's fine. You don't want to change it. You don't. How are we turning this way?
That's the way. So, because we don't want to go through that
Yeah.
bad spot. Well,
Don't
there
want to
could be a
go
bad
to
spot.
Notre Dame de Lourdes
No.
because they have no signal there. So we'll go this way. We'll go through Ninette.
We'll show you Pelican Lake as we go
Yeah.
through.
This is a pretty way to go.
We're kind of facing into the sun. I don't know how bright that is.
Well, if we could turn the phone that way, but do I just turn it like this?
Should be able to turn it a
There, turn it a little bit away from the sun. Now it's crooked. Whoa. Bouncy, I'm trying to turn it away from the sun. No, don't be you getting persnickety now. Whoa, I just think I pulled it off the dash.
bit. I did clean the windshield, but I left some smudge on it.
I'm having issues here.
Imagine that.
Well,
She's having issues. You heard it all here. Let's look at the sun.
this is such a bouncy ride. I'm trying to. It felt like it was falling off, so I'm holding on to it until I can figure out what I've done. Maybe that's too loose. Oh my. I wanna see what whoops.
See what you
I'm
see?
trying to see what everybody else is
See?
seeing. This is really bouncy. I'm scared it's gonna let go.
If it
So
lets go, it'll fall down. It's
Yeah.
not gonna-
they'll just land right on the
yeah.
floor of the car and we'll have to pick them back up again. Well, it's a good thing that we're gonna be turning away from the sun. It's not bad though.
No, it's not bad. So look back on there and see what's going on
Alfonso Semental says there is actually a camera mount that hangs down from your rear view mirror. Yeah.
there. That might be a better.
I don't know, we've got two. This one is like a suction cup right on the dash.
Yeah.
We're trying that. So we've got two of them. But this road is a little bumpy once we're on the other highway. Hopefully, yeah, it gets smooth down there,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
It does.
It's just we are taking the bumpy road because we don't want to lose you.
Yeah. We
Broken
went,
Hearts Ministry says it's good.
we went another way through. It's called Notre Dame.
Notre Dame de Lourdes.
Yeah.
It's a
And-
French community.
Yeah. And I don't know. There's just no cell service there.
Not at all. Well, our son-in-law did warn us before we got there. He said, you're going to lose service. So now that we know, we take a different route.
So
And hopefully
we're
okay.
we're trying Plan B.
I don't know. Do you notice the bounce when you're watching? It's really hard for me to tell.
There's nothing you can do about it. Other
Gail says that's exactly the way hers looks in the car. We could probably move it up a little closer if we put it like here, closer to the windshield, and it would probably be a better angle. The dash isn't exactly
Maybe.
level, it's smooth. It's kind of slopey.
maybe when we're at the lake, I'll stop and you can show over there, and I can readjust this thing.
There's a Lower Michigan, there's a meetup next weekend at Lake Dreams Campground. The bounce is more noticeable on this or on the, if it's attached to the mirror. I'm not sure which one you mean. Lower Michigan, we follow another channel in East Michigan, Rivers and Coffee, Jim.
Yeah.
I don't know if you checked him out. He does a lot of kayaking and of course, drinking coffee like we do. He's got a good
I'm
channel.
not sure who
Yeah.
likes coffee more, him or me.
He likes to make coffee while he's out on
Out for
his
a
little
hike or a kayak.
adventures. Yeah, he sometimes goes hiking and sometimes kayaking.
Sometimes falls in the water.
Oh, he says it's more noticeable when attached dashboard. Such a bumpy road, it would be better. No, there's nothing I can do to stabilize it. At least it's not a long drive,
No.
this part. Hi, Sandra.
Hello, Sandra. I can't read comments, so I just don't even know who's in there or what she's talking
Gail says I could go for a homemade iced coffee myself. I like my coffee, my hot coffee, black. Both of us, we just drink it black, nothing in it. But iced coffee, I haven't managed to acquire a taste for that. I prefer my iced cappuccino with lots of sugar, which is probably not good. A rear view mount would be more stable. Then you can see where we came from.
There you go. Well, I've thought about those dash cams, like in front and back, but I don't know if you can set that up as your.
As a live, you mean?
As a
Or
YouTube
just
live?
or just video?
I'll have to check into that.
Our leaves are changing color here.
Yeah.
I still think it would be better if we could get it more off to the side instead of just straight down the highway when we get there. When we get to the lake.
That's what I said.
Signal. He lost signal. Has anyone out? Has everyone? Well, it says we're still live.
You'll see a big thing
yeah,
up here.
it's not spinning on our end. How's everyone else? It was a little bit of a failure, I guess. We're up on higher ground now. It's just what dropped my phone. Sandra, I'm the same way. I say iced coffee is dessert.
Yep, I did a post on my Facebook page.
Gail says when I make it taste just like Starbucks Frappuccino. We've only gone to Starbucks once and we really didn't like the coffee and we've never gone back.
I've had their Frappuccino.
Oh, please.
They're just not.
I actually like McDonald's coffee. I don't like Tim Hortons coffee
I
because
don't mind
yeah, I don't like it quite that bitter. Alfonso says dash cams are not worth it. My dad had one 10 years ago and it burned out after 2 months use. We just we watched a lot of like truckers that have them.
Yeah.
A lot of people just drive around and they'll do videos just on their dash cam.
Yeah.
So I imagine they're probably made a little bit better now too. But we've never got one. This works good. We just have to find the right spot to attach it and it'll be fine.
Oh, there's a screwdriver on the road there.
That's not a good thing to have on the road, but not if it ends up in a tire. So how's the sound? Everyone can hear us clearly? A dash cam will overheat and burn out, especially when they're exposed. Well, yeah, on hot days when we've tried going live with the phone on the dash like this, it's overheated.
Yeah.
So we're just using a phone. Sound is good. That's good. Now, if we had it turned to the side, sometimes we see pelicans out here before we even get to the lake. It is getting pretty, the colors are. I'm not sure while it comes through on the video.
Getting right close here now.
Yeah, but this isn't the lake coming up. We'll see this little bit of water thing.
Yeah. It is coming up.
How far are we traveling? So I don't know how many miles, but it's about an hour and 40 minutes, I'd say. However, from Wawanesa, Manitoba to Morden, Manitoba, which is where our oldest daughter lives, and our youngest daughter has been there visiting. We haven't seen a lot of her.
Yeah.
She deserted us for the summer, and now for the part of the fall. She's finally getting homesick, though.
Till she gets back, and then she'll wish she was there.
I was wondering if it's loosening up here. It just
It won't
looked like it
loosen.
was changing angle. We are almost at Pelican Lake. It's a little town called Ninant, and it's right on Pelican Lake.
Pelican Lake is 9 miles
9
long.
miles long? 1 kilometer. We are almost there. And while we're at the lake, we will see if we can straighten out the camera.
Yep. I'll see if I can straighten that out. Maybe I can show the lake.
Are you going to take the phone right off?
This one is going to be in your hand.
You're going to trust me to do that, are you? No. Hey, that's not nice.
So this is Plan B. If Plan B cuts out, then
Next
We'll
time
go to
we'll go a different
Plan
route.
C would be going straight a little further south.
Down to what?
Number 3.
Yeah. So this is number 23 we're taking? Yeah,
Yeah.
there's the signs. We're taking 23. We're just going to go up here a little ways and pull in and look at the lake while he adjusts this thing on the dash. And you brought your extra charger. You got the cord and everything
Yep.
there for us.
Everything's there.
It's a beautiful lake. Lots of people have their
Pull it. Pull it off.
a little bit so you can see a little bit this. There we go. You don't want to hit anything pulling it. How do I pull it off? Can you pull it off for me? Okay. There we go. You pulling that gravel
Yep.
spot there? Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna open my window. Don't go so that I can't see past that car. I was gonna open my window and look sideways. There, that's good, right there. There is the lake. Kind of wibbly wobbly. Does Canada go by, yes, kilometers? The metric system. What do you call the highways? Highways, yeah. Oh, interstates and highways, yeah. Ours are, well, we have the number 1 that goes all the way across Canada, and then I guess there's what do they call, provincial trunk highways throughout the provinces. Okay, put this. Okay, I'm just going to try and get out so I can get a better view of the. I'm putting my fingers in the way, but I got to get out to show the lake a little better. Sorry. looking into the sun, but better watch I don't drop this in the lake. So there is Pelican Lake, but I don't see any pelicans today. There's usually lots of pelicans. All I'm seeing is ducks. Well, I guess it's time to move on. So this is the way we are going. Okay. There we are. And there's what we're sticking it on. Samsung. Yeah.
Vancouver is in
Yep.
there. I put your link up.
Oh, heck yeah, I haven't been doing links. I'm sorry. I've been just, watching the view. Thanks for coming, Linda. Okay, that's the only link you did?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will work on that. Will you chat with people?
Chat.
So do you think you got it adjusted better?
Let's see, it's a watch of the dash.
I think you're seeing more of the dash myself. I would have put it a little bit further up.
Then it's on top of the airbag, and
But you figured it'll send the airbag on?
yeah, well that.
Okay, you chat while I do
it
links
sticks
here.
quite well. So
I
if
am.
you pulling it off, and then I set the
Yes.
airbags off. How to explain to that back?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty slow. We should have
Should have
got some moderators, and then you wouldn't have to depend on me to stay away from the sun again. But it'll.
Yes, it's seeing as smoky over here, but we're a little more closed in. But I do know this is up.
What?
You're just blinding.
I'm sorry, I'm not. It's really hard doing links here. That one didn't work.
Camera's sitting stiller, not as jumpy or jiggly or whatever I can say. For the most part, this highway's pretty good. We had 4 people
There you
in
go,
here,
Gail.
4 thumbs up.
Finally got your link up.
I don't know if any of you guys follow Walking with Bruce, but I got an email from him just before we come. He's got a few hundred hours to go to hit 4,000.
Oh, awesome.
So he's got the subscribers. He just needs to watch
He's out in Victoria, BC, British Columbia, and he does walks like we
He's
do.
one of the first ones that we ever followed.
His is strictly walking
Just
videos.
walking past and take you and tell you where they are. And he's a little bit older than us, but
No, some of these wouldn't even let me grab the. I don't know what's going on.
I'll tell you there. Yeah, all the leaves are changed color. Well, we'd be dry. Like August was dry, July was dry. That's probably why everything's changing color.
phone, so I'm not. I
know.
don't mean to blind you.
That's why I
but,
got my, so I got my arms there. So
You blocking it? Well, I'm
Trying
gonna
to.
give up on links for a while
Yeah.
and just enjoy the drive.
Yeah. Smell. If they smell the coffee, we didn't bring any.
We don't. No, we didn't. How did you do that? No, you'll just have to stop at Tim's, I guess.
Good God. Oh, maybe a nice cap for the way home.
Yeah, I'll have to do that later, Gail. For whatever reason, I need to try again. I'm not able to.
What?
I can't give people the wrench for some reason because you've never made this. OJ Bear is not.
I tried to do it the other day and it didn't want to.
I should do. I have to do it on the laptop. I can't do it on the phone. So, otherwise, I would do that, but I've got some links. I just didn't get them all. I got Broken Heart Ministries. Can't even see that one. I got Alfonso, and you got Vancouver. Corner Clubhouse Cobalt.
I was just in talking with Mark at lunchtime.
No, it's not letting me even. It does not want to let me even tap on them to go to the link.
Maybe I tapped it on the wrong way.
How long have I been doing this?
Just saying.
There, it finally did it. The phone is a little warm from being in the sun. You're supposed to be talking. You have this.
I am. I have this problem.
He has this problem when he's driving. He just gets in the zone.
I become one with the car.
Exactly,
or
and he forgets he's supposed to be talking.
I could be a truck driver. I just sit there.
He's not much fun to go on a trip with if you want to have a conversation.
Danny's the same way. He sits there and drives.
And Justin sleeps.
Yeah, Justin sleeps.
Jerry chatters though. Sometimes sleeps, depending on.
I've got a lot of pictures of her with her mouth away.
Once in a while I sleep if it's a long drive.
Yeah, sometimes
Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself.
Sometimes I go someplace and I'm going. That's why I don't talk, you know. I go someplace and
Yeah, see,
bring them along to keep me company so I don't fall asleep. And I look over and they both fall asleep.
See, now I could drive and talk, and you could do the links, but that's not a good idea.
Right.
I don't like driving. Although this is a pretty nice way, I could probably drive this.
So you don't like driving.
We have. Well, we did tell people last
three
night that
people
we
at 6
would.
something.
We said we would be going live around 3, but Danica wanted to come home a little bit earlier, so.
She's getting antsy. Coming. I'm
She's homesick. It's been 2.5 weeks. Alfonso says I had a friend in New Mexico who says she can't drive long hours without having a conversation, otherwise she would fall asleep on the road. Yeah, I don't think I'd fall asleep because I'm too nervous of a driver to fall asleep. I just fall asleep when you're driving, and you wouldn't fall asleep if I was driving either because you'd be too nervous.
I've only slept with her driving once, and that's
Is that going through Montana?
Montana, and I was so tired I couldn't go sleep.
And I refused to stop until we got through Montana because I wanted to get home. So I drove until we got to, I think, South Dakota. And then we found a nice hotel to stay in.
Sort of like the horse, you know, as soon as you turn towards home, there's nothing stopping it.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Montana was nice for a while, but after a while, it was just okay. Ready to see something else now. It was like going through the Rockies. On the way, we went to British Columbia, and the kids. Well, we had never been through the mountains, and we go around a curve, and then they'd say, "Are we almost there?" And then around another curve, more mountains.
Lots and lots and lots.
So then we decided to come home by way of through the States. But yeah. It was a boring drive no matter which way.
Just true.
Some of it. We saw lots of beautiful scenery.
Okay.
Wakey, wakey.
Yeah, I'm just. No, it's not that I'm falling asleep. You keep moving that finger.
Am I blinding you?
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to read. I gotta find a place
You
that I
find a
can
place
hold
where-
the phone, and again, just gonna put it down here, and I can still read
Yeah.
and not blind you with the reflection.
Maybe look at it. End up with a migraine.
That is still not any excuse for not talking. You decide to go live, you should come up with a topic for what you want to
I
talk
know.
about. And no telling, no telling this time either.
Yeah. I'm gonna do another semi-silent live yet this week. I'd like to go and sit up there with the lawn chair and do a live
Off the ridge.
off the ridge.
Now, yeah, if you haven't seen our video on Saturday morning, we put a video out. It's private property we're walking on, but it's a beautiful view. We're up on a ridge above the Souris River. You can see for miles.
You look down and it's like 200 feet down the
Straight
river.
down.
Yep.
So
I
you
was
wanna-
walking too close to the edge and she's grabbing my belt loop, my pants, and
I figured if
Get
he's
back
going,
here.
I'm going with him. Talk like a pirate.
Aye, matey.
No. It's a long drive. Please don't.
Marky was talking like a pirate.
I missed that. I was busy. Well, he
You
was at
walked the
work.
plank, matey.
Well, he was at work this afternoon. I was busy editing a video. Usually he does the editing, but we Sunday afternoon our son was in a strongman competition, and then yesterday we didn't have time to edit, and now we're on the road. So I was trying to get some editing done, because when we video an event, people want to see it like right now. They don't
Yeah,
want to wait a
right.
week to done enough done that we just need to do some final touches when we go home, and it should be up tonight. It's
And of course, you have to take all the sound down to take the music out of there.
oh, they had
because-
such awful music. Never mind the copyright issue,
Yeah.
it's just awful music anyways. So we had to find YouTube music that would match a strongman competition, and he was in the same competition a year ago, so I used the same music because I
Same.
knew it worked.
Yeah.
It's the right kind of music. Anyway, there was 4 competitors. It wasn't and then, no, there was 5, but one of them was a 13-year-old who did amazing.
Yeah,
But our son was 3rd. Last year he was 2nd, and he's been away from the gym for quite a while now. So he needs to get back to the gym. But then it was a fundraiser,
yeah.
raising money for the Dream Factory, which it grants dreams for sick kids. And the little boy they were raising money for, he was diagnosed with bone cancer when he was 18 months old, and he's now 8 years old. So they want to, I'm not sure what his dream is. I guess it's a trip maybe, I'm not sure.
Could be.
Hi, Carrie. So yeah, it was their goal was to raise $5,000, and the girl well, couldn't really hear her very good because of the music, but she said they smashed that goal, so that's good. So that will go a long ways to help grant some wishes for kids. So that video should be up either tonight or tomorrow morning. Am I blinding you again? Sorry, I was trying to read. Isn't this a nice, smooth highway?
It's wonderful.
We keep wondering why they've done all the highways going east and west, but they haven't done the highways
Some
going north and south.
are horrible.
So bad.
If you had your dentures, you got to put them in your pocket.
Well, in the one highway, it's the number 5 highway. Between Glenboro and Carberry, there is a casino, so there's lots of traffic for that. There's also a provincial park and campground and hiking trails, and in the winter there's also the toboggan hills. There's a couple of rinks, so it's
Busy.
kind of a busy highway, and it really needs to be done. I don't know if anybody caught our live. Oops, I'm trying to get the passcode to get back in here now that I put it down.
I tried to change that too,
So that I
longer,
yeah.
but I couldn't find it.
Yeah, I'm on his phone and I have to put in the passcode when the screen shuts. Challenging Kitchen, hello.
Rhonda.
We did a live, our usual Monday evening live last night.
We did Carberry.
Yeah, we were in our hometown
42 miles away.
from where we live, but it's our hometown, and we were there to visit my brother in the hospital, so we figured, well, we'll just go and take a walk around Carberry and do our live there. That's the second live we've done from there. It was a nice walk.
And we took a different walking path this time. We will keep watching people walking on this walking path. We're going to try that one day. Well, one day was yesterday.
And we only did part of it.
Yeah.
We didn't do the entire path. We are coming up to the small town of Balder, and there's something that we really like in this town. There is a little park, because the highway goes right through the town, and there's a park off to the side here, and they actually have public washrooms that are open. There's not too many places that have that, but somebody posted on Facebook the other day, I think it's Holland, also has one. When you're on a long drive, we've had to stop here twice, but it's look off where all those yellow leaves are. It's a pretty little park. And then, actually, maybe no. I was thinking, is this one they're talking about? But no, they said by the windmill, so that would be Holland, another small town. So there's not a lot of small towns that have a public washroom because they have to worry about vandalism. Back in the old days, there were always public washrooms in every town and city, and not anymore. Carberry doesn't have that anymore. I did it again. This is crazy how quick the screen shuts down on me if I don't do anything. Maybe I'll send a heart. Maybe that'll help.
Renovations of that school on the roof there.
Little playground there. Not as nice as ours, though.
I don't think it's as big a school as ours.
No, it's quite a small school. You probably have some kids that come from pretty close to this area that come to Wawanesa. Well, they drive them, like not on the bus, but a lot of people will drive. It says 5 people in here, which would be me and 4 other people.
Mine says 4, and it's 8 thumbs up.
Well, mine says 5, so I don't know. It's pretty quiet, but again, we told people 3 o'clock last night when we were on the live, so
It's just 3 now, so
yeah, it just changed. Maybe people will start coming in. If not,
people are working. Yeah.
hopefully
Yeah.
we'll pick up some people along the way, help us get our hours in. Pop-up lives are kind of difficult.
Yeah.
So it all depends on if somebody just happens to see, oh, they're live. We do that all the time.
Well, I would have waited till 3 to come.
The girl
With the girl
homesick.
on. So,
So can you come in here earlier? Come in earlier.
so a lot of the fields are already combined around here.
Now I've lost the chat. What have I done?
I don't know what you did.
I don't want to share. Here we go. Ah, found it. Kind of like this driving this way. It's nice.
Like this nice smooth highway.
Yeah. Well, the other one's smooth too, but different scenery. Yeah, it shows 3 on there and 4
On yours.
on here. Wow.
3, 4, whatever. It's more in my head.
Now, see, if we had a CD, we could put it in. You know, the only music we could play though would be mine.
Yeah.
When I opened up the cases for mine, they were empty, so I don't know where the CDs are. But then we could just play music. And YouTube wouldn't be able to do anything because it's my
Oh,
music.
they would probably try.
They could try, I guess, but they might think it sounds like something else and do that, I suppose.
Lots of notes that sound like holy notes.
Well, it depends too, because sometimes like the pianist might, like the one, especially my Christmas songs, had some creative intros that I didn't write, and so I think she got those intros from somewhere. So those intros could possibly be copyright on them. You never know. We have one copyright, not a strike, just a claim, and that is on a hymn in the garden, which it was played by a friend. He recorded it for us so that we would have our own version of it, and the hymn itself is in the public domain. So what is, maybe the lyrics are in the public domain, but not the actual melody. Maybe there's a copyright on the melody. I don't know. Somebody put a copyright claim and I didn't bother. I looked at the process to challenge it, and it just didn't seem like it was worth the trouble. If it was a strike, that would be different.
Yeah, it's weird. When they get a strike, they don't tell you on what.
A lot of people have had issues with being told, no, you can't get monetized because there's an issue, but they don't give the details. So hopefully when the time comes, we're already monetized, I guess, because we've made the 3,000. So if they weren't going to monetize the thing, then they would have already told us. So it hopefully is just a formality for the full monetization. And not that we expect to make any money anyways, but it's nice to know, okay, we got our 4,000 hours and it's done. We don't have to think about it. I don't know if did Peaceful Des ever get hers straightened out.
No, because it,
Oh, it's quite a bit, 90 days or
90
something
days.
before she could try again. I wonder if she found out what the issue was, though, before trying again.
I'd have to email her and ask her that.
Yeah. package. I got a copyright on, what is that? This silly thing is now I close it all together. The heart was blocking. I'm trying to read, and the heart was blocking the message. Now I gotta get back in somehow. Why am I having such a hard time with things?
C7 here, and now I see 4
I'll get back in there in a minute.
here. Some people go.
Well, I'm gone right now. It's not even opening. Valley, we're
I
in.
don't know.
It's about blinded myself. Tap to retry. I'm not connected to the internet. There we go.
Stupid iPhones.
Okay, a copyright on Easter music. Okay. The reason we get content ID claim on public domain is because we're the only country in the world that has public domain. Public domain law does not exist in other parts of the world. Yeah, I suppose, but I mean, it's a hymn. I don't know who wrote actually, if it was an American or if it was British, I don't know. Well, I know they don't worry too much about copyright claims. It's strikes that are a problem. Strikes I would definitely remove. Sandra says your drive is so relaxing, it's making me sleepy. I wish we could show the field better because the lines and the way they've cut the crop is kind of neat, but too late to turn it now. I wasn't looking up. Alfonso says there's a lot of copyright troll overseas claiming copyright on public domain. Yeah, I just won't bother doing it again. I use YouTube Music, or eventually I'll use my own if I can get it recorded. I have some, but I'd like to get it done again. And I'd like to get it done. An instrumental version and then another version with vocals. Hi, Ruby. Well,
Ruby.
it's a pop-up live. We had planned to go live at 3 and we ended up going live about 20 after 2 because our daughter wanted us to come a little sooner to pick her up. So we are ahead of schedule. So no, you didn't miss us. We are still on. We'll be on for, I don't know, another... how long?
Almost an hour.
Close to an hour yet till we get there. Thank you for coming in. I've never had a claim on YouTube Music.
That'd be something.
Sometimes we need music, like I was saying earlier, we're editing a strongman competition and they had awful music blasting in the background the whole time, so we had to kind of bring the volume down on that and put YouTube Music over top. I didn't want to totally take the volume down because there's talking in there too, and it was a little frustrating to not be able to have all of the speaking on there. I wish I played an instrument. I have lots of songs. I probably have 100 songs that I've written, but I don't play an instrument other than my computer. Computer generated music, but it's not quite what I want.
I don't care. Can't carry a tune in a bucket.
Yeah. Alfonso plays piano, banjo, harmonica, and guitar. Mostly play old-time gospel and old-time country western and old Mexican folk music.
Where'd you go?
Yeah. Old-time gospel would probably be our favorite. Some country. The old country music is okay. It's the new stuff is hardly considered country. I don't know what you call it now. The only time I hear it is we're so old that we still have a clock radio. So he uses his phone for his alarm in the morning, but if I need an alarm, we set the clock radio. Well, first he had it set. I wonder if it's the smoke making me cough.
Yeah.
He had it set for some country station, and it was the most awful thing to wake up to. It was terrible. And then I changed it to another station, CBC, which is the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. Well, that was just
Worse.
yeah. You know, it's not the music, it's the topics that they choose to discuss because
Politically correct.
they are woke. So that wasn't fun to wake up to either. But hey, now I have a phone. I can use that. I didn't have a phone before. Hi, Devil Dog.
Hey, Gary.
Sandra said I had a minister ask me if I could sing. Yeah, you're on. You're thinking about it. I
No,
told him no,
yes.
but I made a joyful noise. Yep. Yeah, it is very smoky and it's choking me up even in the car. I'm losing my voice. I haven't had
Oh,
laryngitis in a very long time. But you're looking forward to that. Eh?
There be quiet times.
Yeah, be really quiet on a live because, you know, somebody has
Somebody
to talk.
has to talk.
Well, you just enter
Yeah,
the
yeah,
driving
The
zone.
driving zone,
Could be worse, could be the twilight
yeah.
zone.
Twilight.
Oh, hi, Jamie. Sorry, I missed you there. Jamie's country living. I gotta get comfy.
Jamie.
Take my sandals off. Oh, there.
So some of the
Any
haziness that we see for
Well, it's
smoke is also dust in the air because
yeah, they're harvesting.
there's hundreds of combines going on. We probably passed about 40
Now
of them
you
already.
talk. Now you talk just when I have something to say.
Well, you always have
Any
something to
fin
say.
is possible. Howdy, folks. Just finishing up the workday here. Where are you heading? We are headed to Morden, Manitoba. We started at home in Wawanesa, Manitoba, and we are headed to Morden. There's Yarrow that says St. Alphonse. We are kind of in French country. We had to take a different route than we normally take because there's one area, Notre Dame de Lourdes, where
About 20 minutes in there with
there's no cell signal. So we wanted to avoid that area. That also means, do we avoid the windmills?
No.
Oh, we still show the windmills? Okay. Whoops. Shining this in your light. I will try to do some links. I haven't done any for a bit.
You're gonna give her a whirl, are you?
I am. Because I didn't make a bunch of moderators, so I kind of have the job myself. Or you didn't make moderators. Next time, I will remind you.
Probably have to get a kid to set it up on there.
There, I got Jamie.
A lot of farmers look like they're just about done. Combine.
Oh, we are OJ Bear, by the way.
Yes.
That's his other, just another account that he has that he watches videos on.
So when I'll go on there and I'll watch somebody's watch hours. Hey,
Don't be talking about
No.
that. Well, I'm just moving along on the links. Look at me go.
just going
You're
to town.
welcome, Jamie. There, that's 3. Let's see. I gotta go back up.
I'm coming this way too. It's not flat. There's lots of
Yeah,
hills.
it's a little hillier down this area than up the other way.
They always talk about Manitoba and Saskatchewan being flat.
A lot of it is, but a lot
There is lots of flat.
if you get off the Trans-Canada Highway, that's the nicer scenery. Of course, hi Tiffany, they put the
Hi,
highway
Tiff.
through the easiest route,
Yeah.
so
Is it Tiffany or Chris?
I'm busy here.
Mm.
It's Tiffany, Canadian Family Life. I'm just getting her link. You're welcome, anything. I like that. Anything is possible.
Yeah.
Okay, challenging kitchen. There we go. I'm getting
I
them.
think this highway is better than number 2. Number 2 is nice, but
This is a very nice smooth highway. Oh, Good Eats Homestead. Hi.
what are we eating today?
I'm just moving along all these links here. Oops, wait a minute. Oh, now I went and booted myself.
Oh my mama.
Oh, get back in there. I got it.
Dress her up, can't take her.
Hey now.
Hey. Hey.
Careful now. Be getting singing. You are welcome. There we go.
We have a gym teacher at school. Every once in a while I walk by and break into song. Quite often too through the day.
What's that?
Hey, Christy. I was
You're falling
yawning.
asleep
I
there.
was yawning.
Oh no.
Yeah.
There. Have I caught up on all the links? Well, it says we have 10.
We have 10 in here. 14 thumbs up. Thank you very
Would
much.
you look at that, eh?
I like them thumbs up.
Okay, I think I am caught up for
Yeah,
now.
girl.
Now I can watch the scenery too. So, what's everybody been doing? What's everyone busy at?
What's everybody having for supper?
You're getting hungry, aren't you? It's getting there.
Yesterday I was craving toasted tomato sandwiches.
Well, we have no shortage of tomatoes.
So I had a couple, and then we run the Carberry, and then we did the live, and then we come back. Oh, I gotta have some more. And another one.
I made a bunch of just tomato sauce yesterday. We have so many tomatoes and they're just huge. So I figured I better do something with them, and I didn't really feel like canning, so I just put it in Ziploc bags and froze it.
Yeah.
And I was gonna do more today, but I didn't get to it. I made salsa. I need to make more salsa because, again, I didn't can it because we just go through it so fast that I didn't need to. But I need to pick up.
It doesn't last very long.
Somebody today, and I can't think what, it's a Canadian channel, East Coast, and I can't think of, Back to Basics, Homestead maybe? She has a video on zucchini salsa. Well, I picked 3 more zucchinis today, so maybe I'll go back and watch that video. I bought lots of tomatoes and lots of zucchini. I still have a few onions. Didn't get a lot of onions.
Yeah, our onions didn't grow.
No, they didn't get very big. But I also have a bunch of beets and carrots that we need to pull, and I guess I'll make more borscht. I can bring it. Whoa, a little bumpy. But they're letting you know you gotta stop up here, I guess, eh?
That's what it's for.
I could freeze borscht too. Listening while making my food. Did you? I didn't read. Did you say?
I wondered what everybody
What's
was.
everybody eating? Alfonso, I've been shooting videos of my large-scale model trains.
Oh, cool.
We know somebody that does model trains, but they're not the big ones. They're smaller ones. On Facebook. Somebody you know. Ruby, busy getting
Randy?
ready to spend a week with kids and grannies away from the mountain. Oh, wow. We saw one of our grandkids for a few minutes last night, not for very long. When we get to Borden, we should see a few.
Yeah, a few more there.
Swan Lake, 5 kilometers, Morris, 111. We're not going that far.
We're not going
We're turning before we go to Morris. Challenging Kitchen has a collaboration going for soup. Ooh. Have to check that out.
I seen the chili contest.
Yeah, I saw that too. I posted, or you did borscht last fall, right? It's on our on the YouTube from about a year ago. And I usually make it at least once in the fall because he loves beets.
I love beets.
But I usually put beets and cabbage both in mine. This year I didn't have cabbage. But it was the best I ever made because I had so much salsa, and the salsa was quite runny, so I took some of the excess liquid off of the salsa and put it in a jar, and then when I made the borscht, I just used that salsa juice as the base, and it was so good. Way better than using a broth. So I might do that again since I have so much tomato. Put a bunch in the borscht.
Yeah.
But we do, and we have jalapeno peppers, but we don't have any green peppers. They did not produce very
Yeah, our
well at all.
green bell peppers.
Yeah. So I hate to have to buy them. Yeah. I need tomato paste to thicken them. Yeah. Ruby says they have so many things planned, including party. We will be glad to get back to peace and quiet when they're done with us. Yeah. We haven't been seeing much of grandkids lately. Well, I guess last week we saw the 2 little ones. We saw Amelia and Farron, but we haven't seen any for at least a couple of weeks.
And other than that,
And Mama, he hasn't been to our lives lately. We better bug Gordon, where you been? Our grandson used to come on our lives. Maybe he's just listening.
well, I should be doing schoolwork.
Hi,
Should
Blue
be,
Eyes.
yeah.
Well, I think I missed the channel here. Let me get this. Corner Clubhouse.
If you're wondering, we're on our way to Morton, Manitoba. So pick our daughter
Traveling
up.
to Mort.
There's no one in here.
There you go. All the blue eyes.
Now we're coming up to the Manitoba windmills.
They're not called windmills, though. They're
Turbine.
wind turbines.
Or windmills.
They sure do make the landscape kind of ugly, but I guess if it's wide open, they might as well fill the fields with wind turbines. There's lots of wind here.
So it's windier here than anywhere else. in Manitoba. And pile of them here. So.
Yeah, they probably aren't showing up yet, but
I'll have to look under it.
yeah, we're still too far away, but pretty soon they will be showing. Once we get past these hills,
I like the up and down, around and around.
just rolling hills
Rolling
here.
hills,
Not a
yeah.
lot of lots of rocks over on that side there. We grew up where it was just really sandy, light,
Wonderful.
perfect for growing potatoes, and that's what we do. Well,
Yeah.
not us, but that's what they do around our hometown. They have a McCain's potato processing plant. When we were out for our walk in Carberry last night, we could smell French fries in the air.
It's a wonderful thing.
You have a dirty splotch in the middle of your.
That's that bug.
Oh, okay, we're looking at the splotch on the windshield. We cleaned the windshield before we left home, but
Good.
we probably it doesn't take long to get the bugs all over. Well, mine is spinning. It says live, but it's spinning on me.
Mine's not spinning. We have 12 in
Well, hopefully it's not spinning for anyone else.
here. That's that stupid iPhone.
Yeah, well,
14 in here.
Timmy the King. Hello.
Communicating.
Oh, it says good evening.
Good evening.
It's still afternoon here. 3:30 Central we are. Yeah, I must, oh, there. Finally popped up. I was trying to get. It's a pretty quiet
Yeah.
drive. Only a drive when you're driving with OJ.
Yeah. Usually good. You gotta look off to the left. There's wind turbines.
Yeah,
And they're all off to the south. To the north.
I don't know, are you able to see the turbines? It's very hard to see on my screen. I'm just focused on the chat. One of the wind turbines is not moving. Oh, 3:29. Okay, well, you're the same time zone as us then.
And it's weird that these weird wind turbines, like they'll stop them like this and then lock them in place and do their repairs.
Either
But
that or it
in order to get them going, they have to reverse the polarity on there to get that thing spinning. And then once it's spinning, it just keeps going. It has momentum.
We are doing good, Timmy. Now you should be able to. Well, if there's a delay, I don't know. Can you see the wind turbines? Anybody see the wind? What? Anybody see the wind turbines? Or we're pretty close to them now.
Close off to the left.
Well, I would turn it, but we're about to turn anyways,
Yeah.
and then there's more off on the right side of. I don't know. Nobody's answering. See, there is a. Yeah, the door is open. I can't imagine climbing up through the. It'd be like going through a big tunnel uphill, straight up.
We're there for
I don't think I'd want to be up in the top of one of those. It'd be quite the view, though, wouldn't it?
once you're up there and
Timmy says it looks like y'all are in Louisiana. Manitoba, Canada is where we're at. And right now we're in the land of wind turbines. Everywhere you look,
they're off to
for
my
miles
left.
and miles, they're on both
Byron.
sides of the highway here. Sorry, am I blinding you?
And every once in a while,
Every once in a while my phone gets you. Sorry. I'll just hold it up like this.
maybe that'll work.
Yeah, another month and it will clearly not be Louisiana.
Yeah.
We already are losing a lot of leaves.
September.
Too bad we couldn't have shown that water over there. I don't know that it showed on camera, but we just went past a nice little lake, pond. I don't know what it is. It's not a lake, an official, I don't know if it's a lake or not, with a name, but I'm sure it's got some name. Well, we have a sign coming up telling us where we are.
We're in the turn up here.
We are coming up to St. Leon, which is another French community. We are past a lot of French. Well, if we went to the other route, we would have gone through more French communities. Anything is possible, says my friends in Alaska got their first snow in August this year.
Oh, yeah, well, they're a little higher up there.
Yeah, they are. Well, our daughter spent a month in Churchill, Manitoba, which is way up there too. We had some chilly days.
We've had winters, though, that we never.
You just never know. We always hope for no snow till Christmas. That would be lovely. Although when it's cold, sometimes you just as soon have the snow, because when it's cold and there's no snow, we
Did a short.
Yeah.
There we go.
got thousands of views of me sliding down the hill of snow. You have to check that out. This would be Sleet Mute, Alaska, which is almost dead center of the state. Sits on the Holy River and Kuskokwim confluence. Well, Churchill is, I don't know. Well, it's on the Hudson Bay, so we still have above that, though. We have the Northwest Territories and the Yukon and Nunavut, and am I missing anything? There, Notre Dame de Lourdes is the place we were avoiding because there's no cell signal, so
We avoided all of them.
I think we avoided it, unless it says we're live, so we must have avoided the bad area with no cell service.
Maybe they just need more cell service.
Well, we're looking a little bit more into the sun. I wonder if we can turn away from the sun a little bit. Might be a
Look at
little
the
wonky.
windmills. And
Did I make it a little wonky donkey now?
I don't know.
When I guided there, we often would see our first snow in August, but it's been about 10 years since that happened last, at least in that little dot on the map. You guys were adorable going down the slope in your sled. Oh, somebody watched it. Challenge your kitchen. Thank you.
You noticed I didn't go down.
No, he gave up tobogganing when he hurt his tailbone many, many years ago. And
It took me 2 years to be able to sit in a hard chair.
yep.
And then,
Jamie was making hummingbird nectar.
that much. I don't know. We're famous in hummingbird this year.
Well, we don't have a hummingbird feeder up, so it would probably, if we put one up, we would, but no, I didn't see any. We always have a lot of birds in the spring, especially. Even in the winter, we have birds. This time of year, it's funny, we don't hear the birds much at all. Just a few kinds, but early in the summer, it's like we live on a bird sanctuary. There's so many of them.
Well, yeah, like when I went and walked to work this morning, it's pretty quiet.
Oh, I smell a skunk.
Yeah.
Dead skunk in the middle of the road somewhere.
Maybe. Hopefully it didn't go through a convoy. I know other farmers that have
Oh,
gone
wouldn't that be awful?
through.
Bale of skunk.
Yeah.
I saw a picture come up on Facebook the other day, and it was baling or harvesting in Florida isn't for the faint of heart, and it showed a big snake wrapped up in the bale.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't like those kind of posts. I just sort of scroll past very quickly. This highway is not so nice.
No, I just decided to slow down a bit.
How far do we have to travel on this one? You know, not too far. And this takes us down to Manitou.
15 minutes, and then it's a nice highway again.
Good. Because this is pretty bouncy, so I'm seeing a lot of the dash again since I tried adjusting it for the sun. No, I can't really fix it. Sorry. You'll have to look at the front of the vehicle.
I think in the next 10 days,
Oh,
they'll be all my,
she saw it when she watched our playlist. Thank you.
Who was that?
Challenging Kitchen. Jamie says they spoil. Her hummingbirds are spoiled. They expect fresh every other day.
Oh, wow.
So nice to watch them, though.
Yeah.
Well, we are not at our goal yet, Challenging Kitchen. We need under 500 hours, but we need a lot of hours.
About 480.
480. It's been really, really slow because we're, way past the year now. So we're losing hours, and that's why we're doing the lives. We're trying to,
even
if we don't have
silent
even if we don't have a lot of people in here, every little bit helps. And we figured if we're going to be driving, we might as well just go live, and hopefully if people miss it, they'll go and check it out later, and they'll get to see some of the Manitoba countryside. We're in a pretty flat area right now, but we're heading to more hilly country again. No, we made it to the 3,000, so we are partially monetized, but we're not fully monetized.
We have 3518, I think, this morning.
3518. Yeah, it's like
2 steps
we gain and we
forward, 1
gain and we
step back.
lose, gain and lose.
So I figure the more lives we can do to get up into that 4,000 hours, then we're laughing.
Yeah, we really should have started doing lives 6 months before we did, but we pretty much started when we were, I guess we were a few months.
We were just scared to get on there.
Yeah. Oh well.
Even the first bunch of videos, it was just me. Then she got in there. I got her in there a little bit.
Well, that's so that you can just go into the zone
That's right, into
and
the
sleep with your eyes open while you drive.
Yeah. What are you thinking about? Yeah. I'm just driving.
Yeah, we're getting there.
It's my happy place.
But there's no point worrying about it. Like you said, we're not going to make any money. It's just nice to get to that 4,000, and then you have them, and then you don't have to think about it.
Yeah. You're there.
But when you're not there, you always kind of check and then think, I mean, we have the subs. Yeah. Unfortunately, we've got a lot of people have subscribed, but clearly not sticking around and watching because a lot of our views come from people who aren't subscribed. And then there's a lot of local people that will watch the videos, but they don't think to subscribe.
A lot of people just don't.
There's a lot of people our age that
get
just don't understand it.
They figure it's going to cost them money to subscribe to
That's amazing.
YouTube.
Maybe because people have seen memberships, but we don't started the membership thing because, well, that would be adding one more thing. We need to come up with some content, and I don't know. We did have somebody buy a coffee, though, so I think we have about $14 sitting there.
Sitting there waiting.
Waiting.
Gotta wait till I get $100 to get a coffee.
That's a lot of coffees somebody'd have to buy us to get that. Oh, it's dusty up ahead. Somebody must be working in the field up here.
Right off
Yeah.
the side there.
Yeah, the phone is really kind of wonky. I don't know if I could. Yeah, I thought it looked more like somebody was cultivating because it's dirt in the air.
Thought we'd share some of that dirt with the neighbor.
Challenging Kitchen. I just had my 2-year anniversary in August, but didn't know anything about these goals. I started it for my children, and then that's what a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Just started just to kind of document life for their kids. And
Well, we'd like to make some money because we want to pay it forward.
yeah,
But-
we started the channel for our granddaughter. She was diagnosed with leukemia and had 2.5 years of treatment, and all the expenses of having to travel a couple hours away for cancer care. And we realized just how much help people need, and our family got a lot of help. So he decided, if we ever do get monetized, then it's a little extra money to pay forward to other cancer, pediatric cancer families. And I mean, he is retiring this year, so there's also it would be
Next year.
okay. When I say this year, I mean this school year.
I work at the school.
He's a head custodian at the school, and he let the principal know this week that at the end of the school year he's retiring. So he doesn't work at a job that gives a big pension. In fact, he's only been a custodian for a few years. He was maintenance manager at a hotel before that.
I think when I
factory before that.
When I collect my pension from where I'm working, then it'll be coffee money.
Yeah. So we will be living on the Canada's old age security pension, and we have the Canada pension plan, which he's paid into all the years he worked, but I only paid in probably for a couple of years, so I might get $100 a month. So yeah, I mean, an extra income would definitely be nice, but we don't expect it. So you never know. There's
$100 a tank full of gas.
I had a YouTuber come up in our feed. He did a video. He's a retired teacher, and he did. It's the new retired me. So basically, his channel is just about being retired. His 12th video that he made was on decluttering, and I think last time he had like 600 and some views on there. He immediately got I don't even know how 60 some like 1,000 subscribers. I can't remember. So his 12th video his channel took off. So of course, I mean those views have dropped, but still, you just never know. You just make the right video. And the funny thing is, I've been talking about doing a decluttering video for ages because I used to blog. I used to write a blog, and I did a blog series on decluttering about 4.5 years ago, because we moved just over 4 years ago, and we were moving from a much bigger house to a smaller house. So we had some major decluttering to do. And so I decided to post about it on my blog, and I got a lot of views. So we actually are working on a decluttering video, and hopefully that will be out in the next week or so. Just have to do a bit on it. The only way most make it is being an influencer, pushing mostly crap. Well, there's other people like Life Uncontained.
Yeah.
First, they had traveled around in their vehicle, and then they decided to make a house out of 2 shipping containers. And again, that's a topic that's popular, and so they right away just. But yeah, their channel just took off. So, I mean, if you're in the right niche, like tiny house videos, it's another niche that's popular. Those ones, yeah, some of those take off. But, you know, when you're doing something like walking, that's, you know, not everybody wants to watch scenery. Or even cooking. Some cooking channels take off, but there's a lot of them. There's a lot of competition. Well, I mean, coffee.
I like watching cooking too.
Yeah, we like watching. But I mean, we started watching Life Uncontained a long time ago. And now they've made a second container cabin, and they bought new property, and they're moving there. And then there's another channel, what are they called in Louisiana? The one you always watch. What do you want me to turn? Which way?
Trent Alley.
This way?
Yeah.
What's their name?
Trent Alley?
No,
No.
Louisiana.
Oh, Cajun Living.
Cajun Living, yes. They built a fairly good-sized house, and now they've got a bunch of shipping containers, and they're starting on that. So what I find with those channels is they'll finish one project, and then it's like, oh yeah, what are we gonna do now to keep people coming back, right? We just like to get the people coming, never mind coming back.
Hopefully there's some people like this, fools.
I've been looking at the chat.
We got 5 in here, 15 thumbs up. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, go ahead and do that.
Oh yeah, we're doing stupid stunts. I'm amazed at the things that people will watch, but sometimes you can get lucky, yeah, and have some breakout videos. That's the way it goes. And if you can if you're in a niche that's popular and you can keep churning out the videos on that topic, the people will keep coming back. And then sometimes you just like the people. You may not even necessarily like or be terribly interested in the niche that they're in, but you like their personality, and so that happens too.
And there's one guy who does the shorts. You mean for 40 years I've been doing it this way? Let's check it out.
I don't know.
He gets lots of views.
Challenging Kitchen. Blessings to each and every one of you, and I bless each person here or watching later with success, happiness, and joy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ruby, agreed with you both, Tiffany and Challenging Kitchen. Tiffany says I'm crazy. That's my niche.
There you go.
We're just a couple of old fogies. That's our niche.
Yeah. What you see is what you get.
We're kind of all over the place. There's the walking videos, and there's a few cooking videos, but we haven't done that in a long time.
A
And
lot of times the cooking videos are
they
in the
don't
winter
really.
time when it's 40 below out, my camera will freeze in about 7
Yeah,
minutes.
there's not a lot of walking to be done in Manitoba in the winter. And then we have some DIYs. We have one DIY when we built our gazebo last year, and we put a Pelroof PVC roof on. I think I saw today it's at 7.6 thousand, maybe 7.7, I can't remember. But that one's just funny. It's just fun to watch the numbers go up, but I mean, then if I go to analytics and I look at the view time, I mean, it's pretty
Horrible,
bad.
but
And then just
still.
recently, we did the front door. updated our front entrance, and that one within like the first day or so had over 800 views, which never happens, but wow, the watch time on that one is pretty dismal. So I'm not sure where those views came from, but they weren't people who were really interested. I think they just saw it, clicked on it, and clicked back off. So that's probably one of our worst as far as the average watch time.
I'm not interested. Carry it on.
Sometimes we'll make a short video and people actually watch right through, and you actually do better on those than if you do a longer one. And we really try.
Yeah.
And for the longest time we were trying to stay just around the 10 minutes, but this event one that we're working on, the strongman competition, I think I managed to get that thing down to 32 minutes, and I can't really, I mean, I could cut more out, but then the people in the competition want to see themselves, I guess, so I just cut it down and put our sons.
Well, yeah, we could do that.
But that wouldn't be right, so.
I don't think the rest of my life.
Jamie's still filling feeders. You guys have done an amazing job on your property. I love it. Changing kitchen. Well, that's what we do, you know. We have moved many times, and we
Fix
we'll
everything up, and then
we make a place look beautiful, and then we let somebody else enjoy it. So we've done that many times over. I think people think we're crazy. When people talk about moving, well, we've moved a lot of times, but we've actually physically picked up 3 houses and moved them. We don't just move, we sometimes move an entire house. We've built 3 complete houses, and we have renovated many more. Many more. That's just how we, that's our hobby. Our hobby is renovating and landscaping, and we did most of the renovations on our house, this house, before we started the channel, so we haven't really shown much. The fireplace really was
kind of missed.
Yeah, we kind of missed that. But we do have a few things that we still want to work on, like I want to get working on our bathroom. I want to do a bunch of painting, although that might be boring, but we do have some jobs to do.
I want to do a couple short ones that maybe only 2 minutes long.
Chris's uncle moves houses for a living. We had the very first house we moved, the guy's name was Corny Harms, and we just had a small house to move, so it was an easy job. But I think the next week he was moving a grain elevator. That was a crazy move.
I was going to say, I want to do a couple short videos on wiring a light switch, or wiring 2 light switches together.
I have one for you to do.
And
installing
3-way switches and stuff like that.
Installing an exhaust fan in the bathroom.
Yeah.
You need to do that. So you might as well video it. To work at a feedlot early on. Well, when we met, that's what you were doing. And her daughter, when we drive by bales, round bales like that, she'd point up and say, "Daddy's bales." You have the job of busting up the bales for the cattle.
Bust hay and straw.
We are coming up to Darlingford. I used to hear about Darlingford when I was a kid. My dad actually was born in this area, actually in a little town called Miami, not Florida, Miami, Manitoba, and he grew up down here until he was about 12 years old, and then moved closer to where we are now. And we do actually have a video from last year about this time about a place called Mount Nebo. It's close to where my dad's, the farm where my dad grew up. And when we were kids, we always, Mom and Dad would take us on Sunday drives, and we'd quite often end up at Mount Nebo. And it's a hill, but it's a pretty big hill, and it's straight up. So we didn't climb the hill last year. We just took some video at the bottom.
You
of
went
the
up
hill.
a little ways.
I went a little ways, yes, but not
And
very
I stood at the bottom. I said, I ain't going. I said, you're not leading me astray then.
Yep, we do enjoy renovations.
Well, I used to be a mudder, eh?
Drywall
Drywall,
and muddy. You did both. You installed drywall and
Done lots of cement work and mudding and boarding and
was going through his
building.
tools the other day and decided he could probably sell some of it.
Yeah, I've got a bazooka there that
You don't
I
need.
don't need.
So
A few other tools that you can.
just keep the basic ones and
Yeah.
sell the ones that you're not going to use. I don't think you're going to do anything. You
I'm
need
not
to
going to
be-
build a brand new house or anything.
No, we're not building any more houses. The last house we built was more than enough.
That was 5 months, 16 hours a day.
I think 5 months is a pretty amazing feat to build an entire house in 5 months. And it wasn't finished, but we were living in it. But when you live in Manitoba, we broke ground in May, and by the middle of October, it was pretty chilly living in a camper, so we kind of had to move in.
I was taking stuff out of the semi-trailer, and then I would,
Our storage.
that was our storage, and then I'd load the trailer up and I'd drive around the house and then dump the stuff off, and then I'd go get another batch.
Carrying our belongings in the
Yep.
snow.
Yeah,
It
there
was
was snow on the
snowing
ground.
that October.
I said that S word.
Snow, yes. You told me I can't say that. Well, we will just pray. Everybody pray that Manitoba doesn't get snow until Christmas. Or we could pray for a real miracle and not have snow at all.
They say there's gonna be lots of snow this
Oh, I
month.
don't want lots of snow.
The river's really low.
Yeah, I guess we need the moisture that comes with snow, but
Need that snow in the fields to come down and stay and soak up into the field.
yeah. Yes, it was pretty dry. And even where we are, we even got more rain than a lot of other people got.
It's kind of sporadic.
Jamie says my husband was a drywall hanger for years back in the day. Made a great living then.
I told my boys, I said, you know, I'm going to learn how to do this, and they all know how to mud and board, and I said, you know what, as long as you know how to drywall and mud,
Always
you'll
can
never
find
starve to death, because there's always people that can't do it, and couldn't do it to save their lives, and I know a few that I seen a friend of mine take a palm sander because he put so much mud on him. With the palm sander, really? No, you don't put a lot on, just a little bit.
Well, before he had the custodian job at the school, he was the maintenance manager at a hotel, and he had
Just when it all happened, yeah.
just the two, Justin and Danny, right? Both worked maintenance. Jerry worked a
a
little bit.
little bit too.
I thought he went and worked for the carpenter.
I ended up being.
Well, I guess he was working at the hotel, but more as a carpenter. So all three of them learned maintenance skills, and now one of them is actually a maintenance manager at a casino. He never expected that he would be doing that. It really wasn't what he planned to do, but it's a pretty good job.
It is. And
one of our others is working. He was working in gold mines, and now he's working on the oil rigs. So I think
we have one in here.
just us,
Just us, maybe.
probably.
I don't know if there's anybody else here.
Ruby's still here, lurking in the background, as Tiffany would say. Well, we're getting closer to our destination. It's been an hour and 43 minutes. So I knew it would be a longer drive than you thought it would be. Unless you're going to speed, then it would be a little shorter drive.
Yeah. Yeah, and then after we get her, we stop at the store and get a couple of little things.
Get some food.
Food.
Well, she was away when I made the borscht. She said she wished she was there to have some, so I do need to make more anyway. I did start working in the garden. It says this is low battery. You didn't charge this phone up
It
for
was
me.
90%.
So if I don't respond, if I don't see messages, it's because this phone that I'm using, you don't even have a plug for it, do you? This phone that I'm on is about to die, so we will only have the one that we're using, but we won't be on much longer anyways.
We're almost at work.
This might last until then.
You'll be alright. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I started working in the garden today, but I didn't get much done, and I was thinking I need to pull those carrots and beets and do something with them. I think I'll just make a humongous pot of soup. And
Carrots will go in the fridge.
yeah, somehow. And I could make pickled beets, but I don't really feel like it. You can just make cooked beets too.
Some of
I
those
like
beets
I
out
love
of a mesh bag and put them in
I don't know.
that cold
I
room
don't,
down
I don't think the beets would last very long. And I think we have too much moisture in our basement. I'm just not sure.
there. One of these days, we'll end up turning the furnace on. We haven't
No.
yet.
It's been chilly, but we will last as long as we can without
Yeah.
turning the furnace on.
See? Last time when we were coming along here, we lost connection. So
Yeah,
a little
we
bit here, but
made-
it's fine. It's
So
good.
far, if we disappear, it's because we've lost the signal again. We are almost at Borden. A lot of yellow leaves here. I think it's even maybe drier here than at home.
Must be drier.
Yeah. Mine says 3, up there says 2. It just keeps bouncing
Bouncing
around.
around.
How many are in here? Might just be,
Ooh,
Templin Acres. What?
Skunk
Again? Oh, yeah.
side of the road.
Whoa. Trying to get this one link here before my phone dies. Templin Acres. I'm trying to get your link for you here.
Thanks for joining us.
Now mine is spinning, so we shall. Oh,
That's
yeah,
because yours is that iPhone.
Yeah.
Not an iPhone, man. I'm a Samsung man.
There. And since you're just coming in, there's a sign we're just passing. We are going to Borden, Manitoba to pick up our youngest daughter who has been staying at our oldest daughter's home for a couple of weeks. Danica has been homeschooled her whole life, except last year she decided that she would go to public school for a year. And this year she has decided to come back to homeschool homeschooling because she enjoys the freedom. And she can just take her schoolwork with her wherever and she can work on it. So she is in grade 12. So her last year of homeschooling, and I just lost the chat again. This silly thing.
I don't know what you did.
I got it back. So she is almost 17. So yeah, this, I don't know if you didn't see it, she spent a month up in Churchill, Manitoba, which is way up north, home of the polar bears and the beluga whales. So she did some video while she was up there. She was only supposed to go, first it was going to be 4 days and then a week. And then she ended up staying for a month and working at the Lazy Bear Expeditions and Lodge. A friend that she was visiting, her family owns the lodge, so she worked there. That was a pretty awesome experience. Good way to spend her summer. I know, it wasn't planned, it just worked out.
Yeah.
So yes, check out Churchill Adventures. You'll see Danica on that one a little bit. She didn't want to really be on it too much talking, so I ended up doing the narrating. She just told me the details and I did the narrating. So we are now in Morden, so we are going to have to say goodbye because I don't think that our family wants us, driving up to their house with the YouTube on it. And now we have 5 people, but you're planning on going live again sometime this week.
Yeah. What's today? Tuesday?
Today is, yes, today is Tuesday. And we should have a video.
It's easy for me to go live right after work, so that's like 2:30.
Yeah. In the afternoon. And try and get our watch hours up there, so.
I know the last one we were on for 3 hours.
It was supposed to be a silent live, but he did go out and talk a little bit, and he went for a little walk down by the river. And
I had to go outside a couple
But
times
thank
to
you.
show off my new jacket.
Thanks everyone who joined us, and we'll, I guess, pull over here so you can turn it off.
There. Didn't we look at us?
Okay, kind of
So,
dark, kind of shadows. So thanks
I
everybody.
think that's just the way I've got the screen.
Yeah, I think so.
But anyways,
How do I get it off?
you just kind of
Trying to pull it off without touching the camera. Okay, I got it off.
There you
Oops.
go.
But I didn't. I turned it back around when I hit it. There.
Well,
I
there you
don't know.
go.
How about I just do it like this?
Yeah.
There we go.
There
You
you
better stop
Yeah.
because you're showing the way.
Showing
Let's
the way.
pull over and you can say goodbye to everyone. 1
Thanks,
hour and
yeah.
50 minutes.
There we go. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next cup. Bye for now.
Bye bye.